Alrighty then. Before I say anything in this video, let me just say, Taylor, thank you for asking me why I've been making random videos, but it's just out of boredom. So, without further ado, let me talk about my idea of why Nintendo, and that's actually a good idea because I think the sales were actually pretty well. Um, Probably not to the standards of Animal Crossing New Horizons, but I'm pretty sure the sales were up there. I mean, I haven't checked the sales, but there's people that got the game only to replay it again, and there's people that got the game just because it had the word RPG, and there was people that refused to get the game because they're like, why would I want to play a remake when I can play the original? Now, yes, there were very minor differences at the very end of the Mario RPG for the Switch, but for the better part, I'd say it's like 95% the same. There's a few stuff. I think they added a few items because I tried to do 100% and I think they added a few items. So I'd say probably 90 to 95% the same. Aside from the extra stuff they added for the New Game Plus, but it doesn't feel like a New Game Plus. I feel like there should be a DLC and it's up to Nintendo how much they want to price the DLC. If they want to do a $50 DLC or $60 DLC, then there should be something like a level cap, increase it by 20, going from 30 to 50, and then add a bunch of new islands, or they can actually redo everything again. I'm just gonna give you up my 2 cents here, if I can actually talk about my idea. Is that if they want to go for a more expensive DLC route, I would love if they can actually start from the beginning in the castle that somebody from the Smitty gang or somebody else managed to actually revive the Zord because the sword it kind of like vanished, but at the very end in the credits, the parade, I don't know if everybody's aware, but Smitty gang is still there, the sword is still there. So what if the Smitty gang managed to actually didn't actually got destroyed and find a way to actually open a vortex or portal to another to the realm, and they managed to actually get somebody similar to Kulik, somebody from the other world. And you know how in the Mario, the Rosalina character, they can do something like that, emergence from Mario Galaxy, and have the wishes be hijacked again. And they'll be like, all right, they're gonna start from here, ending it to not the Mario Castle, but then the Mario Castle, they'll finish it back over here. That'll be the last part. So it'll be like there's 7 parts, right? Let's see, 1 star. I think there's 7 stars. There's one, two. If I'm not mistaken, there's a third one there. I don't know. I think there is one here, but I can be wrong. It's third. Wait, one, two, three, four. I know there's one here. Five, six. Wait, there's not one here. Six, and then seven. Wait, let me see. Six, six. I think in this area there's no star. There's one here, and I think the last one's here, if I'm not mistaken. There should be like that returning back, and then include Luigi on the DLC, where Luigi becomes something similar. Oh, man, spoiler alert! If you don't want to hear the spoilers, then you know what? I don't like to spoil things. I don't know. I take it back. Have Luigi. I'm not gonna compare it to other games, but having somebody like him not be himself, like mind controlled, and then you fight him in Mario's house, and then the entity managed to actually leave and go into the Star Wish, and then have something like there's a DLC, there's a mod, sorry, not DLC, for Rosalina being like the last strongest boss. It would be something similar to that, but not necessarily Rosalina. I'll probably put like one of the stars, man, like one of the little stars that Rosalina has, that comes out in the movie. Have that like the main bad guy, the small star, and then having it that star transform into something big, destructive, and basically the ill wishes of all the bad guys who wanted something, they all mesh and form into that thing, and that thing wants to be liberated uh, from all the mess that hatred that has been, all the bad things that has been happening in the realm of Mother Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, they can be one. The other one, they can be a shorter DLC and charge 20, 30 bucks, much shorter, and have something like boss challenges or boss run, and then have something like a ranking system of who can beat so many the bosses, like a boss rush. You know how in some games they had the beginning boss and then had like the other boss, and well, have something like that, having all the bosses and then have like a timer, and then add a new few accessories that you can add, a few other things like minor things, not necessarily like a big DLC. But again, I don't think people want that. I think most people want a bigger DLC and increase the level cap. And if you guys don't want to include an island because it's just way too much, use the same stuff, but just include more stuff around. But I mean, I think that would be a good idea. Either or, having like a small DLC or big DLC, it's better than nothing. Now, Chrono Trigger, in my opinion, had a DLC on the NDS, and on the MARPG, you think, well, it's a DLC. If you beat the game, you can do a fight. I don't know, man. It feels like, to me, I feel like I wanted more. With Chrono Trigger, I feel like I wanted more, but I was satisfied with what I was getting because it was like a bunch of new areas that they added. Now with this, they didn't add new areas, but they have added like a few bosses, new features. Well, technically same bosses, but they got a little bit harder. And like, if they can do something like that, and if they want to be lazy, well, include something, man, like something that can make the story a little bit more interesting. And include characters for future games, or include something for like the future movie, and so you can actually motivate and promote whatever future stuff that's going on, because right now most companies are doing that, and Nintendo's no stranger. They want to promote something. That's why everything's political. Not, well, you can say political as well. And the other word stuff, if it's not political, it's more of a what's in their service. Like, Nintendo is not owned by any big company like BlackRock. Well, they can do their own thing, but if they're gonna do their own thing, like, please fans for something. Like, at the end of the day, I'm actually pissed at Nintendo, and they should be happy that I got my RPG. And I've been seeing a lot of sales this past year or more, and I haven't bought any games since 2021 or 22. Digital game, that is. I bought a physical. I think I bought a physical last year, but there was an exception because I did a deal with somebody else. Ended up getting a discount. But aside from that, like, I always get digital games, and I stop myself many times from buying digital games because Nintendo needs to realize that if you want to make fans happy again, you need to listen to what they're asking for. This is one of the requests. Not necessarily has to be the same of what I want, but just give us a DLC from RPG, man. Some people want to give us. Some people want to see a new Paper Mario, which we got a one Origami King. A new Super Mario and Luigi Saga, we got one. But it won't hurt if we get another RPG DLC. There's plenty of games out there in Nintendo that has one or two DLCs. I don't see why this game shouldn't have a DLC, man. Alright, I'm gonna cut this video, and as always, take care everybody. Have a good one. Peace out.